What is going on, everyone? Sorrow Angie here, and I'm back with the occasional tech reviews. And today's tech review is the Corsair M55 mouse, gaming mouse review. I've actually been using this for about a year straight, and I think I got enough, experiences to share my thoughts on this mouse. So I guess I'll talk about like what got me interested in this mouse. Well, the old mouse that I was using, it came with like the computer that I bought like years ago just for like college. And eventually the biggest problem with this mouse was like when I was playing like Warcraft 3 and I go against like some real sweaty tryhards, I feel like I feel like my mouse was kind of hindering me with my performance, because I noticed when it comes to like the really quick and precise unit control, I feel like I couldn't do it as well with that mouse. And I was basically trying to like look up for what gaming mouse I should get. And the good thing about like my old mouse was I kind of liked it, like the ergonomic design of it. And I remember I was just trying to like search on Amazon to see like if this mouse would like fit how do I say it? Like it would be comfortable for me to play, especially like, when you play RTS games, you really want to have like a good grip on the mouse as you're controlling your units and having like high APM and all that type of stuff. And eventually I bumped into this guy and I really just loved it, like the design of it. It also comes with some grips, and as you guys can tell, it's definitely took a beating here. It definitely took a beating from a lot of like Warcraft 3 and Diablo 2 playing that I've been using this mouse. But this is actually my second Corsair product, and I did buy like their headset. I forgot which headset it was, but the one that I reviewed like I think like a year ago, it's still going really strong, and I'm happy to say that this mouse is also like a great mouse in terms of like durability, especially in terms of long-term performances. But with that said, I do have some problems, and I did bump into some like weird moments with this mouse. But I guess I'll kind of talk about like what I like about the mouse, and then I'll talk about like the long-term issues that I bumped into with this guy. Alright, without a doubt, like I said, the ergonomics, absolutely comfortable to play. It also has like this little button here that's kind of like to customize like your DPI. I basically just kind of play at like this default DPI, but you do have like an in-app software where you could kind of like customize your DPI for like various games, and that's really cool. Like I remember back in the days, this used to like be a thing that'll kind of like be included for like the really pricey gaming mouses, but this one is really not that pricey. I don't remember how much I bought it, but it was definitely affordable, and it felt like it was a premium product too, even though it wasn't really that expensive, which is awesome. Like that's definitely a good sign. And it does have these two, not two, you got like the 4 programmable buttons here. I personally don't really use these for like the games I play, although for Diablo 2, I'm thinking about maybe trying to use one of these 2 buttons here, because I think it will be nice to have it for kind of like my skill switching, so I don't have to like use the keypad. I think it will definitely be more convenient to kind of like, press it right here. I definitely don't use these buttons here because I feel like it's just too hard for me to really like relax. I think it's like my ring finger that kind of like rests here, so I prefer having no like buttons mapped into these. But for these 2, I could totally see myself maybe like, taking advantage of them. And yeah, it's definitely cool. I mean, it's pretty standard fare for most gaming mices to have like, programmable buttons and all that stuff. The laser also feels very smooth compared to like the other mouse that I used. And what's funny about the other mouse that I used is eventually it kind of like got worse. Like eventually it doesn't work as well anymore. So I'm kind of glad that I got this mouse like, ahead. So it's basically my replacement. And yeah, so far it's been really good. I definitely can say like just like the overall feel of it is really good. Even like when you press it, Feels very nice. The laser, all that stuff, good ergonomics. Like I said, it also comes with a little bit of RGB when you plug it in, like this little Corsair logo. It'll just kind of like bright up. And I think there's like some customization you could do with that, but I didn't really bother with it. Anyways, let's talk about like the long-term issues. Okay, unfortunately, my mouse on wheel kind of like is a bit screwy. It has this issue where like if I go down, sometimes the mouse thinks like it's going up. And yeah, it's that kind of like issue. So that kind of sucks. It makes like browsing on the internet really annoying. But I can live with it, you know. Like that's just a small issue. I sometimes prefer to kind of like, you know, drag the cursor and all that stuff just to scroll down like when I'm reading like a article or something like that. Another issue that I'm kind of noticing is like the lasers sometimes feels a bit weird. Like you know how when you use a mouse for so long, you kind of get used to like the sensitivity and the feeling. Sometimes it does kind of feel a little sluggish. Like sometimes it doesn't feel like as smooth as I want it to be, and I guess maybe it's just kind of like getting used up. But hopefully, it doesn't get too bad because, you know, like I said, it really has like a good feel to it, you know. Like in Warcraft 3, I feel like I could control my units, you know, so much better. And not just like Warcraft 3, but even in like any RTS games that I play, really, I just feel like I have better precision control with this mouse compared to the other mouse. And another issue was, I've only encountered this issue once, but I remember there was a time where like my mouse moved noticeably slower. Like the feeling of it, it felt sluggish. It felt like I was moving like maybe 25% of like my actual no, it felt like I was moving 75% of like my actual smoothness. And then I decided to kind of like test around, like, you know, just kind of like going on the internet and stuff. And I noticed like my mouse, like, what is it, the left click, it kind of wasn't working for some weird reason. And then I decided to test it in in like computer games. And yeah, that was also an issue, and that was actually starting to like freak me out a bit. And all I did was I just kind of like unplugged the USB cable, and then I plugged it back in like after 6 seconds, and then everything came back to normal. That issue only like happened to me once. I had no idea what just happened, but that was really weird. That was like a really weird situation that has happened to me. And the last issue that I do bump into, and it's on like an occasional basis, but it's nothing too serious. Sometimes when I turn on my PC, my mouse doesn't like turn on for some weird reason, and then I have to like do the, you know, I have to unplug it from my computer and then put it back in again. But then everything works pretty much perfectly normal. And yeah, that is my long term of the Corsair M55 mouse. So far, I'm loving this mouse. I really think it's a great product. It seems like it's really durable. Like I said, I bumped into issues, but nothing too like serious. You know, like what is it? I did like my Elite controller. Like I bumped into so many issues compared to like this guy. This guy, he's still standing pretty strong. But my Elite 1 controller, nope. I was just bumping into so many freaking issues. So I would definitely say like this is a great product, and if you're looking for like a nice gaming mouse to have that's like affordable, that's also durable, and it's also very like comfortable and has like great ergonomic design, definitely check this one out without a doubt. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it for this video. I'm not gonna make it too long here. I think I pretty much said what I need to say here. And yeah, stay tuned for more of these long-term tech related videos whenever I feel like, you know, I feel like making them, or whatever tech related products that I have around. I'll be always reviewing them in the long term, just pretty much talking about my experience, giving my honest opinion on it. Alright, that's enough of the video. Thank you for watching.